Hey y'all, I'm Shelby with Shelby's Crafty VIP, and we are going to get started on this week's first tutorial. So happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having such a great week so far. Hope your Monday wasn't too bad. Hope that full moon didn't get you too much. So we're going to make a fall topiary or a centerpiece, but this is going to be used in a topiary. So she's going to use a planter, and then this is going to sit right on top of that, and then it's going to have stuff coming out of it, and it's going to have some leaves around the bottom of it too, but we're just going to focus on doing the top. So this is a very, very large pumpkin that came from Ellis Home and Garden, and all I've done so far is remove the stem out of the top. It's hollow, and it was about $40 on sale. They're regularly like $80. Where's my drink? So we're going to get started on that. So first of all, this is a patty of gaps and cracks that I've talked about before. I use the whole can when I spray these. So I go ahead and make my patties and set them to the side for future use. Ideally with this, I would have sprayed it on here and let it dry for a day by itself, because it would have adhered to this a lot better. So this was a little lumpy in the back. I just pulled that out so that it would sit flush on top of here. So the Gorilla Glue will make it stick, but we're gonna have a lot of stuff stuck into here, and we're using this because this is hollow. If this was foam, we'd just stick it right to the pumpkin. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to glue this to the pumpkin, but we're gonna take one of our main components and use it to stabilize this and stabilize the whole piece. And so one of our main components is one of these large sunflowers. This came from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm not trimming it because I want this to be a tall piece. I want it to stick up, so I'm not gonna trim it at all. So what we're gonna do, I cut a hole in this patty. And so I'm gonna stick this through the hole, and I'm gonna stick that through the hole in the pumpkin. I'm just going all the way down. And I don't have to trim it because I like that height. That's the height I'm going for, so I'm just going to leave it. So now what we're going to do, I was going to prep this beforehand, but you guys needed to see this part. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull this stem out a little bit and glue all around it. And I'm going to start spreading some glue on this pumpkin and around the edges of this piece of foam, which is dripping down, but that's okay. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess. That's fine. Where'd my glue sticks go? I think I left my caddy in the other room. That's okay. I went to Walmart and bought out every single pack of glue sticks they had today because it's getting really busy, and so it's time to start stocking up for my fall and Christmas orders. So I bought them out. Now I've got a mess. I've got a mess everywhere. I'm just going to kind of glue this to the patty also so it's not wobbling around. I'm just going in and making sure all my little points of contact are making contact and are being glued down. I like this pumpkin a lot because it's very realistic looking. So this is a custom order for a customer. And these are expensive. If you try to buy one this big online, they're going to pay a lot for it, especially if they're going through somewhere like Grandin Road. I'm charging my customer $150. Usually on my wreaths and products, I do my products times 2, and I try to add 20. Sometimes I don't. It's really just a personal preference on what you want to make. I like making things like this. They're easier to me than doing wreaths and things. So I will probably take my supplies and add $50 to $75 because it's going to be about an hour's worth of work. That's enough for me for my labor because it's going to cost as much anyway, because I'm going to have about $90 to $100 worth of materials in this piece. So I'm probably going to charge about $150 to $170. And then shipping. Now shipping's going to be a little bit high because it's so round. You're going to have a big square box. I ship through Parcel Path. I would suggest you do the same, especially if you have an Etsy store, if you are doing consistent sales, get an account with Parcel Path. It's parcelpath.com. It's free to sign up, and I save anywhere from $5 to $20 on every single shipment from Etsy, and it's so easy. When I have an Etsy order, I click on my order, the name and address is there. I copy it, I click on Parcel Path, and it has an option where you paste address. So I click paste address, paste it in there, and it fills it all in for me. I enter in my insurance information, my box information, my weight, and I'm saving anywhere from $5 to $20, which is going to save me a lot at Christmas. I do a lot of garlands. It's a lot of big boxes. A 36, 20, 12 is about $50 to ship on Etsy, and it's about $30 to ship on Parcel Path. Just depends on where it's going. So I would highly suggest using Parcel Path. I made the switch. It's only been about a month or two ago, so I'm really excited to use it for this Christmas instead of going through Etsy. Etsy gives you reduced prices versus going through FedEx.com or UPS.com, but Parcel Path, because Parcel Path has negotiated prices. It is a platform, just like Etsy, it's a platform that's already set up for shipping. So, okay, I think that's good and dry, so we can stop talking. Okay. I have these little pieces. I think I'm going to put these in here. I wasn't going to use them at first, but I think I want these as some filler. And so the reason these centerpieces and topiaries and things like that are so fun is because they're easy. You're kind of just stuffing and going. So really you're just cutting, stuffing, and moving on. And you can put so many different things in there. You want so many different textures and elements. So it really makes something beautiful, even if it doesn't start out that way. I'm not covering this yet. We don't want to cover it with moss because that's ugly. We're going to fill it first, and we're going to see what we come up with after we fill it. We're going to see how it looks. And then we'll find some fillers for it. So I'm just going to go through. Now this is going to a customer, so I am going to go ahead and start gluing as I go, because if I don't, I make the mistake of forgetting. And y'all, it's probably going to block my face, but y'all aren't here to see my face. So I think you'll be fine. Y'all don't care about seeing my face. But I make the mistake of doing the project, forgetting to glue, and then I go to ship it and, you know, all my stuff's falling out because I forgot to glue it. And I'm just putting a little dab. You don't have to put a lot because we're going to have so much glue running through this thing. These I just had left over. I originally bought these for a fall project and I just didn't use them. They came from Craft Outlet. They came from Craft Outlet. This came from Ellis. And everything else here came from Hobby Lobby. That's what we're going to use today. Obviously, you can find something at Hobby Lobby that resembles this. And see, I already forgot wherever I stuck. Everywhere I stuck a piece. Already forgotten. Okay. There's a little, I only had 2 left and I was like, I just need to use those up. See, we're going to come back later probably and use some of this to fill in and cover that up. So we want to get our big pieces in first. And again, this is the, it's going to be more of an elegant fall vibe. I did buy some more expensive pieces for this because she wanted it tall and you really need those expensive elements to go in it. This came from Hobby Lobby. It's enormous. I'm going to attempt to cut it. But I love the colors in it. Look, they're beautiful colors. Beautiful fall colors. And I just remembered that. I think I forgot something outside in my garage that I wanted to go on this, but that's okay. They're just some burgundy flowers, and I can just come back and add those later. You'll see. If I end up using them, I might not. This is all stuck together. I'm trying to separate it. So this one, oh, this is only $12.99. I thought this was more expensive than that. And it was 40% off, so that's actually, it has to be marked wrong. I thought this was like 20 something. Okay, it's only $12.99. So I don't want it crazy tall. So I think I'm gonna cut these all off. I was gonna just stick it as one piece, but I'm gonna cut these all off individually and add them. If I can get them unstuck from each other. I hope you all are enjoying the group so far. I've had a lot of fun doing these tutorials for y'all. And I've enjoyed just posting different things. And I'm going to try to post something every week in the tips and tricks album. So make sure you're going to the top and using those albums, because I'm gonna post stuff as I go. There's also a files album too. I'll post stuff in that as well. Just different helpful things that I think you guys can use. So make sure you're using all the tools in the group so that you get your money's worth. And don't be afraid to be vocal. Get on those question and answer boards. Get in the comments. Like, let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Let me know what you're thinking. I thrive off your guys' feedback, because if you don't give me any feedback, I'm just going to make whatever I want to make, which is fine. Oh, yeah. I'm loving this texture. Okay, that one's going to be way too tall. Put this tall one in the middle. I'm not going to spread these out too much. This one's really easy to poke through with most items. If you find that you can't though, just grab some scissors or a screwdriver or something and just drive it through there and make your own, chart your own path. Wow, so $12.99, 40% off. So you're looking at what, $8? This is a lot of pieces. This one's really tall too, so I'm going to also put this one in the middle. Add that height dimension. Try to make sure I get these evenly spread throughout. I am definitely loving though how this is going so far. Now, if you get a custom order, do not be afraid to ask for inspiration. You cannot be expected to read a customer's mind. So they might give you, they might say, yes, I want it black and gray and white. And they could mean whimsical and you think farmhouse. So when you are getting a custom order, ask them for some Pinterest inspirations that they found that resemble what it is that they're talking about, what it is that they're wanting. That foam down there is a little soft. This piece is a little heavy. My glue might have melted it a little bit too. So definitely ask for inspiration so you can get a vibe on your customer. This customer loves Grandin Road. That's pretty easy. Grandin Road. They have such expensive stuff. A lot of their stuff is beautiful. They're way overpriced. A lot of their stuff looks cheap. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place our other two big components in here. And it's just two more of these sunflowers. So I got two of like the orangey yellow, and this one is like a rust color, which is gorgeous. These were $9.99 and they were 40% off, so $6 a piece. So I think I'm going to want this other one sticking up really tall also, but I know I'm going to have to trim it. I'm going to get it into that foam to trim it down. Let's see. I'm going to get my scissors, see if my scissors will cut this. Or at least flatten it to where I can cut it. My wire cutters don't open up wide enough. There we go. That's a thick stem. I'm saving that. Oh, I need that for something. Okay. I'm just going to make a big hole. I don't want to jeopardize the stability of this piece. I wonder if I can get it into the pumpkin itself, just for added stability. I'm going to take my scissors. Okay, I got a hole into the pumpkin, I think, with my scissors, so let's see if this can push its way through. It's a little aggressive, but we got it. A little aggressive. And I stuck my hand on some glue, but we got it. Now this pumpkin is a little lopsided. That's unfortunate, but she can put it straight when she puts it into that topiary. I mean, into her planter. This is the topiary, I think. I don't know, I get my words mixed up sometimes when it comes to things like that. Okay, now this one's gonna be shorter and I want it kind of sticking out the side, so I am gonna trim that one down quite a bit. Ooh. Those things are strong. I cannot see my face at all. That's okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna want it going. Now see, I should have done it that way. We might have to maneuver this little guy around this way. He's glued in pretty good. Maybe we should turn this one while it's still hot. And then this can be the front. There we go. All right, again, I'm gonna go, because I really want to get, these are heavy sunflowers, so I want to get them into this pumpkin. Now these scissors don't reach, but they're super sharp. Let's see if I can get these down in it. All right, let's see if that works. All right, so you guys see what I'm doing. I just crammed my scissors in there. See if I can get this into the pumpkin also, and I can. We're gonna bring that one down, because this is gonna be facing the front. This is gonna be the front of it. That's lopsided. A lumpy pumpkin. Whatever. You know what? I'm gonna make this one a little shorter. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one as my tall one. Like this. So we got our dimension going in there. Now I need to get these glued so they will stay in place. And I need to stop moving them around. Okay, moving on. Did not mean to bring those. I'm not using those. Those are Halloween. Okay, so I have these pieces that also came from Hobby Lobby. See if you can see that. Some beautiful leaves with some acorns. Sorry, I gotta get a drink. My throat is so dry. This Texas humidity. We have a cold front coming in. And it's just The pressure is insane. Okay, these were $9.99, so they're also $6. So really, it's crazy how Hobby Lobby prices their stuff, because I was looking and I wanted some bulk stems for this project. And I was like, some of the prices were like $23 for just this stem, and it had like a pine cone on it, and I was like, this looks ridiculous. And is like 2.5 times more than this piece. So we didn't pick that one. Okay, these are going to be my bottom fillers. So how we're going to do this is we're going to come in, and we're going to jab these in here, and we're going to kind of fold them down. And angle them down a little bit. I think every piece has an acorn. Just trying to divide them up, but they all have acorns. So, where's my front? On my front, I want some longer pieces going down the side. So I'm going to use my bigger pieces for that. I'm just sticking those in and pulling them down. Here's another big piece. I'm going to go on either side. And this is just off one stem. I bought two, which is good because this seems to be a very, very good filler. We're going to glue so I don't forget, because I forget everything. You know, I've always had a terrible memory. Kids did not help. But then I swear, when I was sick, y'all, for the past few weeks, y'all know, I was on my tutorials, you know, kind of coughing, nasally, all that good stuff. And I just could not get over it. I swear I had COVID. I did not go get tested. I should have. I'm vaccinated. But I'm telling you, I had COVID. And the reason I feel that way, I'm going to be frank with y'all, because you're all women and you're in my group. I was late on my period by like 9 days. And the COVID brain was insane. Like I thought my memory's bad. No. My memory the past few weeks has just been unexplainably bad. So anyway, there's a little TMI for you today. Y'all. Sorry. Welcome to the VIP. Welcome to Tea Talk with Shelby. Minus the tea. So I got 4 picks off of both of those. And that's really going to fill in the bottom of this pumpkin very nicely. So I'm going to plug in my 2 smaller pieces first along this front and back. And I'm going to see where I want those bigger pieces to go this time. I do not like all that. Oh, I don't understand why this pumpkin is lonely. That's starting to frustrate me a little bit. I think I'm going to stand these up along the edges so they're not poking out. I'm not laying them down. They're giving me that filler. Give me that some more filler. That I needed opposite of the sunflowers. The sunflowers are really taking up some space. And so I'm just finding my empty spots that need these big fillers. My stand doesn't really stay up on my glue gun. So here's how we're looking so far. Sorry I got it all up in your face. here is how we are looking. And that's so pretty. It's gonna look beautiful in a front yard, on a front porch. Okay, next I have these little flower stems. These came from Hobby Lobby, $9.99. If it's over $10, I don't want it. That one piece I bought for $12, but golly, it had a lot of pieces on it and it was beautiful. But still, I struggle spending that much money on a stem. And I dang sure ain't paying retail for it. There's some super cute flowers. So we're just getting a lot of different textures going in here. I'm just gonna go around, find some holes, start sticking. This one's a tall one. I'm gonna put it up in the middle for that texture. It's actually bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Yikes. That shipping's gonna be a little more expensive. And the coverage is limited. Little tiny pieces. Just gonna stick them in here because they're left over. But guess what? Those little details, those little pieces get noticed the most because they're gonna shine through everything else. Cut that one up a little bit more. Where'd I stop? Got some glue on that piece, which made it a little hard. So I couldn't poke it through with just the stem itself. And that actually kind of made a big hole, unfortunately. I'm going to come and stick another piece in there and let those dry. I'm going to come up under this sunflower. Now, you don't have to have a planter to make this. You're going to see in the picture, I'm probably going to go stage it on a little stool that I have out front. Well, I call it a stool. It's actually a plant stand. And I'll probably put a leaf garland underneath it and sit it on top. We're going to see how that turns out. So you'll see in the picture. Once you get here, you've already seen the picture, so you can see how it turns out. Oh, I forgot about these pumpkins. These are some Hobby Lobby pumpkins. I think I'm going to stick a couple of these in here. I think I'm going to do one pretty one that kind of matches it like this, and I'm probably going to do a glitter one too to give it that little bit of glam. And I'm probably going to do it in a way to come up under these sunflowers since this is the front. Now these stems and these Hobby Lobby ones are not glued in good. So make sure you re-glue that in. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this stick. I'm going to come in here. It's pretty sharp, so see if we can get it stuck down in there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just like that. How cute. I might have to get a couple more because that's really cute. Put another one on the other side. Now, with this one, it does not have a stem. And I do not just want to glue it. So I'm going to chop off. She did this the other day in one of our tutorials. Actually, I think I did it on my lap. Chop it off. Let me find where I'm going to put it first. I might put it on this other side. Okay, tell you what. First, I think we're gonna go ahead and add our bow. I think this is super cute. It's a tan houndstooth. Also, she does not like fall ribbon that has the decor on it. So like, she wants a fall glam, but she doesn't want it to have like pumpkins or anything on it. So this is the closest thing that I have. And I think we're gonna go ahead and do 4 loops, and we're gonna see how that looks since we're just using this one ribbon. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna cut it extra long because I don't know what I want to do with the tails yet. Play around with those a little bit. I'm going to tie this off with a pipe cleaner that matches, just a light tan. Make sure all my loops are the same size. And tie it off. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in here right around this, behind this pumpkin. And on one of these picks that's already stuck in the foam, and it's already glued, I'm going to take this pipe cleaner, wrap it around, and tie it off there. It's a light ribbon. It's not going anywhere. And I'm going to twist it off just like that. Trim that off. And then just push that excess behind it. Wrap it around. Now we just kind of have this loopy, cute bow. Looking like it's coming out of our pumpkin. Just like that. And that's super cute. I love it. Okay. We are going to, now this is a linen ribbon. So it is extra floppy. I'm gonna try to stick one of these loops back there a little bit. Coming down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail these. And just kind of roll it in a little bit to give it a little curvature to it. And there's our beautiful bow. I like it. I like the texture that added. So now we can decide where we want our beautiful glitter pumpkin. All right, so I am going to do that. Okay, I got my hole. I'm going to throw some glue in there. Stick that back in. Then we're going to glue the end of that. Y'all, I can make a mess with some hot glue, let me tell you. Don't burn yourself. I'm telling myself. Oh, that does not want to go in right there. There we go. Now we're working. I lost a leaf. That's okay. Now I have a cute little glitter pumpkin pick sitting right there. The pick we made all by ourselves. Aren't we so smart? I think we are. I think we are super smart. I mean, you're here, so obviously you're smart. Obviously. Without question. Without question. All right. Here is how we are sitting. I think it is looking so beautiful. Okay, we are going to need a few more fillers. These I have been using on my fall garlands. It's a pick from Hobby Lobby. However, they have the same pick in a garland, and that's what I've been using and just cutting it up, just because it's easier to grab a garland. It's the same price. You get 10 picks, 40 bucks. The picks are $4 a piece. Obviously, they're 40% off. I just cut them up. The picks seem to be a bit, or the ones off the garland seem to have a bit more to them. And so that's why I was using those. And it's easier to just grab a garland than it is to grab 80 picks. Now these, however, because they're not a pick, they're not sharp. And so I'm gonna have to start my own holes with these. And I'm just gonna use these as another filler. Start going around the edges and the middles. And these fold down beautifully, and they have some wired pieces in them too that you can maneuver. And that gives some great coverage right there. Just that one piece right here. And I'm gonna work that. I'm gonna start doing that all the way around. I only brought a few in here with me though, but I think that's all I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna put another one here. Forgot to do my hole first, but that one went in perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna use another big one right here. It's gonna stand up a little bit more. Part the C's. See if I can get it in there. Yeah, perfect. And that is some great filler in there. That's really filling that in nicely. And I have one smaller piece. I'm gonna shoot this one back behind that pumpkin. Just an empty space. This is coming together way better than I thought. Usually everything does, and it makes me so happy, like giddy happy. I'm like, well, I made that. And you should be proud. You should be proud when you make something. You did make that. That's freaking awesome. You know what? I have another glitter pumpkin in here. And I think I'm going to stick it in there. In this back, because the back needs some love. The back is going to be seen. So I'm going to make another pick, which I'm going to make an easier pick this time, and I'm going to trim it off of this. Because I don't think I have another easy one. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's black. I can't use that one. I'm going to use this one. That one's pretty sturdy. Now, my one stem is facing this way, so I'm going to try to face this one this way, and I'm going to stick it in there like that. I'm going to angle them out. my hole in there. And anywhere you like is a stopping point. I'm building this for my customer, so I know what she wants, but whenever you need to stop, you just stop. Whatever your budget is, you just stop. We could have stopped a long time ago. So you can really do this with any budget, especially if you get a lot of the inexpensive fillers like a leaf garland or something. You can do this on a very cheap budget. I don't know if she wants this or not, but I really love using this. This is a bag of raffia, and you get it at Hobby Lobby, and it's usually in the floral section by the grapevine wreaths and the moss. I really wanted to place some pieces of this in here because it is gives it a very fall vibe. So I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner. All I did was gather it up and make like a bow of it. I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner and wrap it around, snip it off, and then cut it. And then I'm going to get a floral pin or a U pin, Hobby Lobby floral section. You can buy a bag of like 100. We're going to place it over it. And then we're going to find where we want to stick this. And because this pumpkin is foam, it could go into the pumpkin too if you can't make your way back into that foam. So I'm just sticking the floral pin into the foam. And then I'm going to put some hot glue on top of it so that it doesn't go anywhere. So just make sure your hot glue gun doesn't snag the raffia on the way out, or else it'll yank it back out before it's dry, which is what I just did. So let's try this again. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna stick this into the foam. And we're gonna glue it. And now this time we didn't yank it back out. And so that is just another added texture. Just like that. See it right here? Super cute. Like some hay coming out of it. And so we're only gonna do a few of those just around the bases. I'm just grabbing a handful and I just start wrapping it up. And I just make a little bow. I don't think I brought any more U-pins out here. I think I had one. And grab some more out of my drawer. My grandma's in another room. I think my husband was trying to call me. Okay, let's see if I can find these U-pins without going behind the table. I got them. Okay. I'm going to go up under this side, stick it in the foam, and glue it. And there's another piece. It's the little things, guys. You will learn on your wreaths, your garlands, your centerpieces, everything that you make. You can add one little thing and it's going to totally change your piece. It's going to totally change the way it looks. It's going to totally change the eye appeal. And it's what's going to make your customers stop on that picture on Etsy and grab it. Because it's just that one extra tidbit that's in it over the top. Okay, I'm going to come up under this bow, do the same thing. Raffia is very inexpensive. I haven't used it for anything else. They do make some green, but it looks like hay to me, so I just use it for fall. I think it's super cute. I love the way it looks. All right, I got a little bit left. Got one more. Thing is, it's messy and it snags on everything. It's catching everything. Tie it off with a pipe cleaner. Cut it short. Just put that U-pin just around the center and hold it. And then you'll just glue them together once you stick that pin in there. I gotta find a place for this one. You know what? This one might go up a little higher. Has some coverage. Has some middle coverage. Instead of around the edge. Because it's really close to the other ones. So that one's going in there. Has middle coverage. I like it. I like it a lot. It's right there. It's hard to see on camera, but it's going to photograph well. And it's really going to stick out. Okay. A few more. We're almost done. We're 45 minutes in. This is fun. We've just been sticking things all over the place. That's it. There's not a lot of thought process to it. Just do it. I'm going to use 2 of these little berry stems, Hobby Lobby, $4.99, 40% off. I don't pay retail for anything unless it's some severely desperate times, and that happens sometimes actually. So, it is what it is. Man, I usually don't use everything I bring to the table, but today we did. We weren't playing any games with this today. It was going to be full and it was going to like it. No, that one's too long. Shorter. Get that in there. There we go. Some nice berry texture coming out of the top. Final touches. Only thing is when it's this full, it's hard to reach in there and push everything in. Especially with so much glue. There we go. You almost just have to make sure you're finding your bare spots where your glue is not. I have this one random leaf pick. So I was like, why not? Stick that in there for some coverage. Right there in the middle. Look at that, you guys. This is not beautiful. My gosh. So full. So full. Okay. One more of these gorgeous flowers from Hobby Lobby. Now, these are expensive. These are $16.99, but worth it. Look at those colors. It's such a nice, elegant bush. And I don't use the whole bush on one thing. It always ends up spreading itself out. I usually use it on 2 or 3 projects. And so we're just going to use a couple of these as some fillers. Maybe 4. That might be too many. So I'm just going to find some empty little spaces that need some extra love. I know the back's not going to get seen a lot, so whatever I'm putting in here that's big like this, I want it to, you know, get a little extra attention. So I'm going to put this one up front next to this pumpkin. if I can get it in this foam, because at this point there's so much glue, it's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah, that's beautiful. See this flower right here? Then you have this pumpkin. Just a beautiful filler. I'm gonna stick another one in the center of this bow. And I'm gonna do this yellow one, or this mustardy one, to contrast that one. And I'm not gluing it to my bow because, for one, I'm not sure if she's even gonna like this bow. But it's gonna look like it's in the center. I'm just gonna go right under it in that center and poke it into that foam. Then I can maneuver my bow around it. Just like that. I see another blank spot in here. And I really wish I had something to stick in there. I think I brought in one more thing. And it's some leaf garland that I'm using on my fall garlands, which y'all are going to get a tutorial of at the end of this week. Is my main garland that I'm making this fall season. I think you're going to love it. I think you'll like it a lot. So instead of clipping these off individually, because it comes with like 2 individual picks if you look at it closely. It's like 2 individuals you could cut off. I'm going to leave those on there. Wrap them up a little bit more. I'm just going to come in behind that bow, and that is a perfect filler. And now that I have that one in there, I might need to add a few more, but we'll see. And just filled that up really nicely. Now you can't even see it. Okay, I'm going to come under here, under this pumpkin, and I'll put this other big rust colored one. So I'm just alternating the colors. Perfect. Right there, under that pumpkin. All right, I have one more, and then I'm going to go right there. I need some leaves. So I am going to do that again off of this garland. I'm going to clip off this excess here. These 2 little pieces. I'm going to cut enough to leave a pick on the end. I'm going to come right behind that flower and stick these in. And I'm only adding these as fillers, but it's going to just give it so much more texture, so much more color contrast. Maneuver these limbs around it, making sure there's not covering up, but it's intermingling with everything. I think this is truly, truly beautiful. This is probably one of my most favorite pieces. I've never done one, so this is the first. And y'all got to do it with me. And I really hope you enjoyed it, because I have. Now imagine using this same template and doing something for Christmas. How awesome would that be? Except do it like gluing different size ornaments together. I think that would look amazing. A lot of glue going in the middle. Right up under that sunflower. That blocked that stem. Got rid of some of that darkness. And we're finished. That was all it needed. Alright guys. We are done. And this is a full 360 design topiary. That's what I'm calling it. We're going to call it topiary. Now that is one random piece that I like. So we're leaving it because I like it. Anyway, I don't know. Actually, I don't. Ta-da! Easy enough. We'll stick this in somewhere else. Any open spot will do. Just like that. Alright guys, I hope you loved it. I hope you're having a great week. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, share it. Don't forget to follow on my regular page so you don't miss any lives over there either. Have a great week, guys. Bye.